Howdy zowdy, Big Beefy Burger Body here with an episode of the Minor Ways of Penance. Plus, Eden Streak, the usual. What will I get? Friendly Ball is not great, I'll be honest. I guess we'll, like, take one. Maybe it'll spawn, like, familiars. Obviously, I should have taken the champion one, but I don't really have a preference. Infinitely spawning enemies? You know, maybe Friendly Ball, this is its time to shine. Maybe we'll figure something out. As the best case scenario, I usually think of is this thing, at least it can technically one-shot a champion. So let's figure it out. Anyway, so the Game Awards happened yesterday. I didn't watch them. Genuinely, like, missed, I would say, almost all of it. I don't like. I've watched a couple of them. That's a funny little thing there. And I realized that it's just like, well, none of us realized that it was actually even going on yet. Really didn't have it marked in my calendar. But it really is just like commercials for games that I feel like I've seen like 15 times already. We only caught like 10 minutes of it to see that I don't know the quality of this game. Obviously, it literally won a 7 awards, so it's probably pretty good. But then again, like Donkey Kong Bonanza got one, so like I don't know, marketing, I guess. Do I have enough money? One of 2 Switch games. Switch 2 games, obviously. And I really was just like, man, there really are just a lot of samurai games, I guess. Like, you got Ghost of Tsushima, whatever the new one was. You got Sekiro. You got Neo. There's like 3 Neos. There's, I think, Wulong's also that. It's just like, I feel like this game has come out 7 times. And it really made me think, like, all of my, like, favorite games are never going to be shown in any of these, like, Game of the Years, because it's just a big marketing, like, trailer thing that, like, ultimately I couldn't care to, like, at all. And every game that I really like does not have, like, marketing. I'm like, Ball X Pit, pretty fun game, I would say. I never got like the TikTok marketing, you should play this. It really was just word of mouth and seeing it on my Steam list. Like, my friends on Steam are playing Ball X Pit. Oh, I've heard it's a good roguelike. Let me try it. White Knuckle. Oh, it's a good movement game. Good climbing in it. Let me check it out. It's rarely like, oh wow, I'm Split Fiction. This isn't like to say any of these games are bad. But also, like, dude, how much is the Donkey Kong game on the Switch on top of already having to buy a Switch to play that? I feel like I've gotten more time in Ball X Pit than, like, any of these AAA games would ever give me. So I don't know. It's obviously because like indie games can play into my niche more, and it really just comes down to that, I guess. I just enjoy a specific kind of game, and it's kind of funny. That being said, I did Google because I don't think I'm gonna watch the full Game Awards. I might watch the music parts of it, because those have always been like some of the best parts of the Game Awards. That's like worth sitting there and seeing. And maybe like the puppets. People really dig the puppets. I dig the puppets, I'll be honest. I saw that there was like, I was like, what was some of the good releases? Because like a lot of people like, dude, Half-Life 3. I actually literally don't know if all of these games are selected. I'm sure in this list it would be there. But it's like, I was like, okay, that looks good. I like the visual style of it. It looks really good and unique. maybe that. But then I also saw there was a platformer that was on there, and this is gonna be like really mean for a game that isn't out. But it seems the gimmick of it was I don't remember what it was called. I'm gonna actually I put it on my wish list to like remember the name of it. Because it was literally just shown off. So I'm sorry that we're like pausing right now so I can check the name. Bradley the Badger. From what from the marketing trailer I saw of it, which I'm certain the Steam one is the same as the one that was shown off in the Game Awards, is reference the game and disguise a basic platforming game mechanic as something new when it really is. When you see an icon with no texture, and then you're told that you should use the ability to turn that into a platform, that is just a platform. That's not you like turning it into, like hacking into the game and like, the idea is that you're like modifying the code, but it's literally a pre-placed object they intend for you to use there. It's the same as fucking yellow paint telling you where to climb. So, it's probably very rude to be like, that's the takeaway I got, but like, I don't know. That's what it is. These enemies must be like awful with that, with the increased speed I just got. Not to say that the game is bad, but also, I mean, it's literally not even out again. But also, it's making references to Bloodborne, and like Cyberpunk, and it's just like. So my merit is coming from disguising something as something that's new when it's literally not. It's literally just yellow paint, but disguised differently. And then hoping you remember what Bloodborne is in Cyberpunk. And The Last of Us. I'm like, this is like Peter Griffin. I don't know. It just feels like Family Guy. Hey, you remember the video game? I feel like I'm being like overly harsh for a video game that was, I don't even know how. Again, I should like actually watch the Game Awards before I like even really give a hot take. But I mean, that's a good example of the Game Awards. Here's a platformer that reminds you of a game you might or might not like. Which on that topic of games I might not might or might not like. I don't like the principle of Cyberpunk being a super graphics game because I don't think that's the appealing part of video games. That's just me. And I think it sets a bad industry standard that people need to focus on that when they could just focus on more important things. Like, I don't know, paying their workers. But, like, paying people. Not that Cyberpunk does that whole thing. Because I feel like, more people spend time on graphics instead of making their game actually run on a computer and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, Cyberpunk, good game. Actual good story, really good gameplay, all this. Solid game. Definitely. It is valid to say that it is your, like, favorite game. I actually am going to min-max here because I'm, like, really low on health and that could get me killed. Bloodborne. I've already made my peace on hating Elden Ring. And I'm not gonna... for people that are gonna get mad at me for hating Elden Ring, it's like, if you've played Night Rain, don't think I forgot about the 60% positive ratings that Night Rain had. When it first came out. Like, we know. But I hated Night Rain mostly because its online was, like, unplayably bad. And I think I'm just, like, tired of playing, like, that genre of game, as it has not really innovated past turning it open world, so you have to walk everywhere and add a horse that feels like shit to use. And plays the same bosses everywhere. Magma Worm 3 times in a row. God damn, man. I don't know. But I've never played Bloodborne, so I don't know if that game is good. But it also, I from a source, I don't want to like have his address like fucking doxed for saying this. Apparently it's overhyped and just annoying. So maybe it's not that good. Maybe it's good because you can like turn your brain off and like spam attacks and get your health back, which is like a fundamental misunderstanding of that game's combat. Anyway, I haven't played that one either, so I would say maybe I would have to play it to actually give it a valid opinion, which is literally true. But the one I really want to like harp on, and that was in that fake game. It's not a fake game; it's a real video game. It was a fake spoofed version of it because they were all like called like something different, like Badgerborn or whatever it was called in the trailer. Last of Us. I don't know how to describe this without sounding like super hipster, like kind of like, oh wow, this guy hates this game. I never watched like Game of Thrones, and I feel like The Last of Us is like the Game of Thrones of video games, where it's like, oh everyone, dude, it's so good, you have to play it, it's so good. And it's not the fact that like it is a good game that makes me not want to play it. It's like, why would this universe interest me? And it really doesn't seem all that like unique. Oh, there's zombies? Because already I'm just like, I understand that like it's kind of an easy like, it's the same way to look at like something like Titanfall, where it's like, oh, it's a military shooter, but it's like, well, it is technically, but it's got mechs and stuff, and the mechs like are actually really fun, and the movement is really good. So it's unlike anyone you've ever played before. It's not like Hell Let Loose compared to like another like high military sim sort of game. It's actually like unique. I feel like The Last of Us is like that, but it's because it's a survival game, whereas like there's zombies and the story is very important. I have seen it's like bits and pieces of the story, but I also don't have the interest in it. And Game of Thrones is the same thing. I feel like we were conditioned to be like, oh dude, Game of Thrones is like perfect, guys, you gotta tune in to see where Lord Game of Thrones goes. No, I don't. That being said, I mean, well, I know it's probably like a small indie studio. I don't know who made any of these games, man. I just know there's another. It's funny to me that there's obviously the same people that made it. It was like Spirit of something. They made Ghost of Tsushima, I'm pretty sure. It sounds like Pacific Rim. Like it's the same people making it, but it sounds like a spoofed version of it, and it's just funny to me. And I'm like somebody who's like very much like I see most inspired things like you're inspired by Dark Souls. Well, not specifically, that is the one exception. I'm inspired by this series. Oh, I really liked Cuphead. Let me make another. I really like it so much I want to make Cuphead, and it's not because I want to try to make money off of it. I just genuinely think that this is a extremely fun thing, and I want to experience more of it. But since it's not being made, I can be the one to do it out of passion. I see it like that a lot of the time. Souls games are the only one. Probably Battle Royales, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it. But Soul games are like, they are not. You don't make. I already forgot. Lords of the Fallen twice because you like Dark Souls. You know? Obviously, it's case by case, but I treat like Pokemon games. I feel like are a good like fan games. They're a good example of it. I'm not like this isn't like a Pal World thing. It's more like, you know, like Nexomon, Cassette Beast, stuff like that. That is made by Pokemon fans that enjoy Pokemon. It's just it's just funny to hear like My assessment I got is I've seen the same exact samurai game released like 7 times in the last like couple of years. Because there are a lot of like samurai games, and I don't know why there are like, I guess, well, you know, samurais are cool. So like I don't need to like try to like figure out a justification of why people that think samurais are cool would be like, I like more samurai things, but I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna play all these. Because I know like a lot of Souls players hated Neo. I don't like Neo because I have, it just feels like I'm hitting a model that doesn't react. And I don't really like the whole power up for a certain amount of time, so then it just becomes building a meter instead of fighting a guy. And also getting one shot, you know, that's pretty annoying and a waste of my time, which isn't is really the ultimate part of it. It's like, hey, building meters because it's not fun? Oh, am I thinking of a certain mod of a video game? I don't know. I gotta watch the actual game words before I actually give these like super hot takes on things I don't even fully understand. But also, do I need to? Like, one of the worst Nintendo consoles got an award, so I don't know, man. Not even that the Switch 2 is bad, it's just like poorly timed and greedy and also fuck physical media, I guess. Because then they can't like sell more of these. I should just bomb this boss to like to hell and back. Yeah, where's the Binding of Isaac Tua? That's way better than Clock Hand. In fact, it's so good I'm going back to my cursor. I'm realizing I should actually just keep all of my money because I have like the perfect item in the game that makes that trivially easy. I also should try to find the secret room. So I don't, but I mean I could just, you know what? One of YouTube's best features is being able to speed the videos up by a percentage, so you don't. I should just watch the 3-hour Game Awards stream and watch it at like zoomer speed minus I want to turn it on like normal speed when like the cool music happens, but when they want to show me like Fortnite ad 3, I can just hit the skip arrow like 3 times, and then I don't have to see the Fortnite 3 ad. Might work out pretty well. Here's a good example of why I really shouldn't be the one giving like hot takes about this. I added 2 games that I saw on the list of games to my like wish list, and I don't even know the names of them. Again, I haven't like actually watched the Game Awards, so that really doesn't help. Dude, I was gonna stream yesterday. I haven't used Friendly Ball like 1 time since like the basement. I was gonna stream yesterday and it ended up not happening, and it sucks sometimes, man, when I'm just like so tired. It makes a fucking Pokemon sound. Hey, Nintendo, you want to copyright claim this one? That's a brain coming out of the Pokeball that I threw at the enemy. That's totally like a, oh wait, you don't want to enforce your patents because you're a fucking coward company? That's patent infringement right there. I summoned a creature. I probably shouldn't make this joke because knowing Nintendo, they absolutely would try to pull some shit like that. Because they are a fucking dumpster legal company. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Let's just, like, delete one of these guys. Let's just delete more of them, I guess. I guess this is the masks room. Son of the Mask. I just like to hate on Nintendo. Which is sad, because I like I don't actually like the Pokemon games, I just like the characters. That's the extent of my affection for those. Like, you don't buy Pokemon cards because you know, want to play Pokemon. You either buy them because you want to get the mystique of finding a creature you like, or you want to find the one that was statistically... You want to gamble, essentially. That's the only two reasons you actually use Pokemon cards nowadays, I'm pretty sure. Thank God I don't have to do that room. That is a crazy nice skip to not have to do that room. This brain is not doing shit. Apparently I missed... Oh no, I had a guy in there. Let's just use some friendly ball. Oh wow, it hurts. What a perfect item. Hey, we could just skip this floor. So how's this run going? it's like pretty decent. We have good potential. Mostly because we have a handful of pretty decent items. And we can scale our damage as we get more money, which should be easier to get over time. Hopefully we can get a decent amount of money here. I also don't want to walk towards this fire because it will shoot at me. Hello, enemy. Yeah, look at it shooting at me. I keep thinking the heart shooting at me is because it's flashing, so that's why I'm thinking it's like an enemy shot. That would have been a hilarious hit to take. Hello, spider that's just been hiding in this corner this whole time. Alright, what we need... We need, like, we don't actually really need anything from these. I was hoping that would blow up more things. We need to fight greed here. I was gonna use a credit card, but that's honestly so much worse. That's, like, way worse than I could imagine. 100% angel deal chance. Probably gonna be, the like soul locket, if I would say, whatever that like destroy ghosts item is, the melting item, which still would be probably better than friendly ball, but I also don't like that item anyway, so I don't know how useful that would be. That unfortunately does hit you at that range. That does hit you. We did miss out on being able to get Black Lotus, which I don't know, the red heart might have been a little like the soul hearts. Especially because we've been getting hit a couple times. That's a decent item to get. I honestly, so obviously that's really good right there. It's like early enough that it would be valuable, but I think I'm gonna just like take the probably better item, and then hope we don't get Curse of the Darkness for the remainder of the game, as especially when you get make your shots red shots. I forgot how like insufferable this is to look at. So hopefully next floor will be not Curse of Darkness. God, I hope that gets patched or something. They need to have like some adjustment to the lighting on that. It just is just a eyesore. This, not as bad. It's still, like, dark for some reason. That might be why it's doing that. Because it's, like... For some reason, it makes the room darker. And I don't understand the design philosophy behind that. I was gonna probably get that card, and then I realized there's actually 0 point to it. I'm actually gonna steal you. Maybe we'll use friendly ball so I can delete them. Speaking of infringement, Nintendo's not gonna take that one lightly. Charge battery boy. The strength bracelet's probably better, but also I'd have to give up money in order to get it, and I probably don't want to do that. I also don't know if I even care to use this on whatever shop I get. I'm probably going to fight greed, realistically, because I just haven't seen one yet. But I also haven't gone into most of my shops, as I tend to do as shops have gotten way worse. That is a good trinket. Since when did I swallow my trinket? I guess I got hit, and so now we have this. So now we can get a little bit of extra money over time, as long as we blow up some rocks. Which, so now I'm looking at it like this: is it's like friendly ball isn't really all that good, but you know what is probably good? Not that. I definitely don't really have any sort of attachment to that item. So here's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go gamble. We're gonna do a bit of gambling here. Be excited. First things first, actually, let's destroy this. Nothing out of the ordinary. We just don't get much. We managed to get it first try. That's about all I want out of this room. I didn't know they could pay out with those hearts. I could sit here. When I get like the card, I'm not gonna make that much of a difference. I do want this money though. So now we can just run around and do this. And get our damage up. Just like that. Almost fully got our value out of it. Just like that. Net positive. Kind of a funny way to, I guess I can't pick those ones up? Interesting. I didn't know you could just not pick those up. I guess it's a weird interaction, and it makes sense why you wouldn't be able to, but in general. Also, this item is just, like, kind of good for doing damage. Like, a rock. Rocks do, like, bomb damage, I'm pretty sure, right? They do, like, 60 or something. Like, old bomb damage. That's that old damage. But yeah, the real reason I'm doing it is so I can get money, so I can get my actual damage up. And then maybe, you know, sometimes throwing a rock at the boss, killing it. One shot. It's the good thing to do. Yeah, I think it's credit card worthy. I don't know why Steam Sale will end up being useful to me here in a bit. But let's just try getting a free item. Ooh, lump of coal is actually really good. I think it's gonna make the visual effect even worse, as lump of coal makes the shadows even darker on this item. So just hope for no like cursive can't see the game and have to squint and hurt my eyes and turn the contrast up. Even though like the game is decently bright regardless of that. Oh, that's really good to get. Just out of that. I was like, even if it gives me like 2 cents, you know, that's still like kind of ideal. Not the whole 2 cents thing, but just getting that to even drop in the first place. Tip. Oh, hold on, don't kill it. You can do that with the brace. Ow! I think who shot me? Was it you? We don't have too much stuff. I'm gonna go double. So before we fight this boss, and we can't even make it to Hush because of boss rush timer. By the way, let's check here. Okay, so nothing connected to that. And we also have an I am excited pill. Not too excited about that. To be honest, actually, it could be right here, technically speaking. Oh, it's not there. Well, it could be right here. You know, I want to find this so I can actually get, like, a little bit of more value out of my thing. See what we get. I could sit here and not just use bombs on these, but honestly, especially since they have a tendency to be dangerous, I would rather just not deal with it at all. Let's not even get started on the bad trip pill. Hurting me there in a situation where I probably wouldn't want something like that to be occurring. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. So our damage is like pretty good. Especially because we like can shoot twice. Not like actually, well, I mean we are technically shooting twice, but that's just because our fire rate is desynced. And let's just go to the next floor. So what does this run have? Pretty good stats, really good speed, not great HP. Definitely enough HP to like beat the run. And it lost friendly ball, which I'm for. Okay, that fly really needed to get hit by a rock. I don't know, is this like doing more or less damage? I am gonna max out our stats just like doing this. I'm not really gonna look for a crawl space, even though technically I could. I just kind of want to get a little bit more money so I can get that extra little bit of damage. As it might be the difference maker here. Between me getting hit and me accidentally walking into this room without realizing it. Well, now I can shoot this thing again and kill it probably more ideally. I don't know what the point of fighting it is. Honestly, I could just like skip this whole game if I kill that thing at the correct doorway. Sometimes this room just like it makes me think I'm gonna get hit when I won't, and I don't like that. This is probably not the secret room, but I'm not gonna put another bomb there just to like double check, just because of the fact that got it sent in the wrong direction a little bit. Dude, I try to get those rocks. Sometimes that just shit doesn't work. I'm gonna be honest. That could have hit me, by the way. I just want to point that out. Those rocks, they shoot like that. Okay. I think honestly, so we've gotten more value out of this than friendly ball ever would. Just want to point that out. Just like use friendly ball as my scapegoat for why it's a bad item. Hate this? Okay, there you go. It's truly an enemy that can appear. Thankfully they didn't insta-shoot me, which is, you know, not typical of them. They tend to try to, like, insta-shoot you. We'd call them instigators. They're always trying to get into fights. And that's not, like, one of those little, like, rubber alligators you, like, put in the water and then it grows. I hope somebody understands what I'm referencing there. I don't even know if, like, I feel like TikTok has, like, ruined us. From what I've been hearing about, like, teachers not wanting to teach people, that's probably true. Or, like, addiction to, like, cell phones and shit like that, like, technology. It's that attention span, the iPad kids. But, they're the little, like, foam capsules that you put in water, and then they turn into a little rubber animal, typically like an aquatic creature or a reptile of some sort. Or amphibian of some nature. So normally I'd be like disappointed in this one. I still am a little disappointed, but I think honestly this is one of those situations that I'm like, oh, I could get more damage. This would be so good. It's like honestly perfect. It's like exactly the last thing I need to make this run like most assuredly like in the bag. You gotta hit that enter key super hard so you get that little dopamine hit. Man, does nail file make that room irrelevant. I don't know if this does much. I think it just increases shot speed at this point. So it's actually probably bad for me to have picked that up. I don't think it ended up mattering. Is my damage gonna suffer very slightly? Unfortunately, yes. I don't know. Woe is me. I can't believe I'll never be able to recover from the 0.4 damage. I made a point of destroying a few rocks just to be able to obtain said damage, but it's also like, there you go, I've recovered most of it. Decent amount of it, at least. That was just a bad dodge on my part, and in fact, that wasn't even a dodge to begin with. I would have actually made an effort to avoid getting hit in that situation if that was a quote-unquote dodge. Curse of Darkness, by the way, I want to point that out. Not that it, like... I'm typically not a, like, hater of curses in this game. I think they do add some level of difficulty that you might otherwise, I don't know. Curses are pretty hated in this game, but I've seen some of the shit in a From Software game that is, like, 10 times worse and not even designed intentionally. And this isn't the scapegoat that From Software games are bad, but I just want to point out people pick and choose. They're annoying. Even though realistically, I'm thinking about it now, and I'm pretty sure a decent amount of people are very much opposed to like corpse runs, for example. I don't know. I've just always got like this sort of like gamer ego of I first try everything I do. Oh, I played Silksong for the first time. What, that boss gave you trouble? I beat it first try every time, and they're like that because they don't have to like prove anything. They got the Steam Achievement Manager. People put like microchips in their fucking mice so they can have a competitive advantage on fucking video games. So it's like it's easier to type words than actually do the thing that those words represent sometimes, you know? I just like ranting. I just like being a negative Nancy, which I'd rather be negative about like, I don't know, video games, which is something that's basically inconsequential, rather than, I don't know, like, man, I can't believe the state of, like, the nail polish industry right now. Don't know a fucking thing about that, by the way. I don't know anything about nail polish. I just wanted to not get, like, too real. Because this is supposed to be like wind down time, you know? It's supposed to be real, like a relaxing session of The Binding of Isaac. I think what I'm gonna do after this recording is go back into the basement and clean out a box. So that's the excitement I'm gonna live up to. Let's see what I get. Holy Mantle is really good, and I don't really think I even need it. I mean, I might as well get some extra soul hearts here, right? You know? Have one of those. I'm just gonna be, you can just be careless with them when you got like an infinite amount of them. Oh, I hurt myself? Whatever, it's me, Elmo. I hurt myself. It's Kermit that sings that, actually? I'm thinking, I hurt myself today. Elmo does not sing that. Elmo hurt himself today. I was skateboarding. I was hitting that, I don't know what you would call that. Hitting the half pipe, and then I hurt myself today. Just having a good time. See, that is a good, you know, let's just segue into something else. Is, you know, you don't need, like, AI voice, like, text-to-speech. if you're just good at impressions. And I think some of my impressions are hit or miss, but I will tell you one thing's for sure, my Elmo is like spot on.
Hello, Mr. Noodle.
Like, it's pretty good.
I'm playing the Binding of Isaac, Mr. Noodle. I'm on my journey to go kill Satan.
I don't want to make like Elmo say evil stuff though. But that's what you use TTS for. You can make Peter Griffin say anything. And then I'm pretty sure that's I'm pretty sure I just saw something about another thing related to the AI generation stuff that Disney's doing on like their platform or like whatever, Disney Plus. And it's like the top results are like depravity. Which is really just, you know, what you like, it's just what you got to use it for, I guess. Because Disney's not going to do that. And it's like, I don't know. Is Zootopia too good? I'm not going to watch it because of, I have no faith in the fact that it's not an AI movie. So like it's properly broken. They broke the contract, and I'm not gonna watch it because of that. Thanks for the 25 cents when I don't need money. I appreciate it. Could reroll it into another item in the future here. I'm on a ramble mode. Is that like a good or bad? Does it make the viewing experience more enjoyable when I just keep talking? I feel like that's like the point of commentary, is just like keep talking. I'm just gonna pick these up like they're gonna be luck ups. Keep really using all my keys on that, which I really shouldn't do this late to the game when I have 4 gold chests to get on this next floor. I'll do 1. Okay, that's why you do 1 and leave. Hadn't used this thing in a minute, so I wanted to use it. Super secret room right here, so easy. Why did I get stuck in you? We can use Chariot here. It really is like, I remember the good old days of Flash Isaac, boomer ass guy, where you would die with a good card in your inventory because you wouldn't know when to use it. And nowadays you just wait till you get to the very end of the game to use it. Like, I just want to skip this part of the game. And so you just do that there. It's kind of funny. I'm just thinking about all the times I'd have like a death card, or not a death card, but it would actually be like a devil card probably, or an empress card. And I'd be like, and you die with it in your inventory because you just wouldn't think to use it. But also, Flash Isaac kind of sucks. I'm gonna be real. Flash Isaac, I think, is the reason the mentality of a Hold R exists. Because like that game is like not playable unless you get damage ups. Because like enemies just take way too fucking long to kill. Like if you get Brimstone and no like stat increases, you're prepared for like probably one of the most miserable runs of your entire experience. I'm pretty sure we beat Mega Satan last time, so I don't really want to do it again, even though I have both the key pieces. I really just grabbed the key pieces for the increased Angel Deal chance. And it depends on how my health is, whether or not I actually care about the little increase that it gives you towards getting Eternal Hearts, which is obviously very useful, and frequently I do happen to see quite a few Eternal Hearts, more than your average player probably was, just because I end up grabbing both of those key pieces basically like every run I have the opportunity. Pew! Samson's chains. We had that last time. I tried to line it up on a fight and I got hit anyway. I remember that. I'm glad that a lot of these bad items are like good now. We are far from the days of like a Samson's change, 2 range up, 4 HP up, and little Chad run. Can join. Okay, well now we have like the funny shot. You always gotta go with the funny shot. You can throw this guy, and I haven't remembered that. You can do this. You can throw Freezer Baby at the enemies when you have the brace. For some reason, I don't know why. Throw it at him. Is it gonna be that useful? What? Not really. But I'm gonna be trying to do it now anyway. See? Froze him. It didn't freeze him. It did a little bit of damage, bounced off, and then went and hit the other guy. I tried to pick those guys up. Can you just pick up like other enemies then? Hold on, we're gonna test something. Okay, I picked up the ice cube, so I probably pick their bombs back up and throw that at them, because I know you can just do that. I definitely can't pick that guy up. We'll never know what that item is, unfortunately. I'm sure somebody would want to know. Man, that thing procs the Blastoid tears super fast. And it's doing damage. Yeah, it was a pretty good run. If you enjoyed, I would tell you right now to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Check my description. I'll see you in the next one. It's Adrenaline!